Welcome everyone to the latest edition of Benchwarmers FC, and today we'll be discussing the big results in Europe, big results in EPL. United finally clinched their first cup in how many years? 6, 7, 10? Who's counting?
Tell us,
Counting?
6 years. 6 years, and now we're on all of your backs now.
Come on. Let's start. You want to start with Barca versus Man United in Europe?
Yeah, sure. Why not?
I said that when they won.
Fact.
But they were rattled though at first, I gotta say. They were rattled. It looked like you guys might have a tougher challenge than you thought.
Yeah, but in all fairness, the rattling wasn't dangerous till the refs decided to start playing for Barca.
The refs?
I mean, let's be honest. Is that penalty a penalty?
Oh, yeah, that was really soft.
Okay, all right. There was contact though. It looked dingy. Anything you do in the box like that, it looked very dingy.
That's because you slow it down.
No. Whenever you do that like in the middle of the pitch where you catch like the player's arm, the ref calls it.
But
yeah,
the ref calls it.
Maybe not.
And you know
you're in the box.
You're in the box. You know anything happens. Players fall all the time. You know this.
And he did hold him though. He grabbed him. That guy.
I think it's the softest penalty ever given.
Yeah.
Even the commentators said this feels like a penalty that if he didn't call it, VAR wouldn't have overturned it.
But it's in the box. Why are you pulling his hand down? You know what I mean?
But you're both shielding the ball. The ball's in the air coming back out. What's his name? Balde or whatever his name is trying to get the ball and turn Bruno. Bruno's trying to shield him off the ball and get the ball.
He literally looked like they were about to be
they both were arm in arms. They were both locked.
You're just salty about that goal because you know if Barca scores a second goal, that's game over.
No.
But hold on.
Go for it.
United mentality this season, they're tougher than that. It's their confidence is pretty up there. What?
This man there is stealing my stuff.
I'm stealing your stuff.
That's alright. We'll give you your
okay,
15
take your
minutes.
flowers. Take your flowers.
Now I want you guys to take a second and go back to last week's episode.
Oh, you said that.
I said Barca will score first, right? This United team, mentality-wise, very untouchable. Since Fergie left, when we concede, my heart's pounding, man. I'm feeling, this game might be done. Now under Ten Hag, we concede, and I'm just like, all right, let's see what happens in the second half.
That's true.
And I know we'll get a goal at least and make the game drag out as far as we can to win the game. And so, bro, it's a new team, new era. What did he say in his first press conference? An era can come to an end.
He did say that. Those big mind games. I feel like he rattled Pep and Klopp saying that because even the players believe like, okay, now is our time.
Yeah.
I mean, this moving on to like the next thing. I told you let's not count them out of the title race. If they keep up with the consistency and the fire that they have, any stumble of the two, any step. But it'll take a lot still. But I think right now I'm starting to believe that they can actually.
I mean, we'll see how it goes. Let's go to the biggest result of the weekend. Not the weekend, the week actually. Euro. Liverpool versus Real Madrid. What's up?
You want to talk first, or should we? Since you're a Madrid fan, what are you feeling?
Hey man, we needed this. We needed this. Literally. But I feel like as Madrid, we own Liverpool. Like,
that's fair.
Like we were 2 goals up. Our goalkeeper made a mistake, but Real Madrid being mentality monsters, we're like, you know what, we chill. Like, this is we've been here because we're having troubles in the beginning. Actually, Camavinga was he had an off game, but eventually the team kind of raised his spirit. Even Courtois actually he made that mistake, but the team didn't look down on him. But they're like, yes, we got this. Let's keep pushing.
Hey man, Real Madrid specifically is one of the teams that I don't like. Like I don't think I'll ever like. But there's something about UCL coming back and just being monsters. I don't know what it is, man. But I give up. Like whenever they play, I have to watch.
Yeah, actually, one of the questions I had for you last week, you asked me Nunes finishing. See what he done? I told you he just needs time.
He's a striker.
Yeah.
He plays for Liverpool. He trains to score.
Yeah.
We shouldn't be, oh my gosh, when he scores 1 goal or does something that's positive. I never said he's a terrible player, He's finished.
You
He's
asked me about his
finishing
shooting
stays.
last week. You asked
He
me about his
stays.
shooting.
It stays that way. Show me more, Nunes. It stays that way. He's missed so much more than he scored. Show me.
Okay, he has a goal in him. He's finishing even before he went to Liverpool. He can't finish.
Which is why he was bought by Liverpool.
Yeah, that's true.
But it's still shaky for a striker
It's
as
been-
a finisher.
Well, I mean,
It's shaky for
what,
me.
21, 22?
It's gonna come.
It's gonna come.
It's gonna come.
Like you can see already the potential. The fact that he's getting in those places, creating those chances, and doing all this, bro. Give him 2 years, man. Even Klopp likened him to Lewandowski when he was working with him for the first time at Dortmund. Like Lewandowski was apparently absolute crap as a finisher, and so
I don't remember him having clips of missing like that in the pitch though.
Hey, but we're talking
We can look it
2012,
up right now. Yeah, I'm
2011,
just saying.
man.
I'm just saying.
Hey.
Who was clipping Lewandowski in 2011 and 2009, bro?
Oh, all right. The other thing that actually happened this in Europe, no English side won a game. All in
Chill.
No,
just
in
spoke about United, okay?
that's
Don't put us in the
Europe.
same group as those rejects.
That's the Europa League. Come on, we're talking about actual Europe. What matters? Champions League. No English side won a game, and y'all want to talk all this and that about La Liga or like EPL being better than La Liga. But show us in the Champions League. Show us what you can do in the Champions League. And Madrid has shown y'all. Like you guys gonna talk this and that, but in the Champions League,
Last 5 seasons, how many EPL teams have made it to the last?
but how many have
8?
won it? How many have won it?
Two.
How many
How
have
many
won
times
it?
How many-
have you cooked? How many times have you cooked
Cooked what?
food?
A lot.
Are you
bro.
a chef?
Ah, yes, okay.
I'm actually a chef. What you mean?
La Liga teams are clutch. I'll give them that. But it doesn't negate the fact that the EPL still stays. Casemiro literally said something about this.
But the game's being
Yeah, that
harder
is
in
just
Europe.
different.
I mean,
System,
no,
man.
that's factual though. That's factual. But it is a time. It's a transition period. Like La Liga had its time. Now we're going back to English having
That's
its
fair.
time.
That's fair. It's always waves. I mean, growing up, even Ligue 1 at some point, Bordeaux, Lyon,
Yeah,
they would
Serie A way back,
Serie A,
yeah.
it switches every so often. But even with y'all's game, right? What's his name? Stefan Bajec.
By
I can't say it. I'm sorry. I'll learn how to say it. But that kid, absolute class. When I was watching the game, all I was thinking was, oh my gosh, like this kid got into the team through injuries.
Was this before?
Before the
before
5
the comeback.
goals,
Before the comeback.
before the comeback
Okay,
had happened. But that kid is a really good player. Like he's 18, got into the team through injuries. All these guys are back, and he's still starting in the team. That tells you something.
That's what Liverpool been needing, though. They've been needing youthfulness in that central position.
yeah,
You know.
some energy back in there. You know?
Yeah, and speaking of which, in the central position, Dortmund put a price tag on Bellingham, 150. Should Liverpool pay that money? 150 pounds. 150 million pounds.
The market's the market. We're back in this. Yeah, we're back in this conversation. Do I think it's worth that? No. Do I think that's where we are though in football right now?
Yeah.
Yeah. The price is the price, and Liverpool
Actually,
need anything
You
that
can
they can
always
get right now.
negotiate.
nah.
To what? What would be your price? And why?
At most, I'll be paying 100, 120 for Bellingham.
20.
At most. The extra 30 million, Liverpool's a team that needs to start working their turnover. There's a couple guys aging. Milner needs to go. And Henderson has been a good captain for them, but he needs to go too. He ain't adding nothing on that field. There's a couple of those guys that just need. Firmino, I love him so much as a player, as much as I hate Liverpool, but he needs to go too. He's always injured.
I mean, he's done his bid now.
He's done his bid.
He's
Move on.
done his bid.
If you go spend 150 on Bellingham, what money do you have? We already know they're broke. What money do you now have to go buy to replace Firmino, to replace Henderson, to replace Milner, to replace all these players that you need to move out of your club?
So you're saying, are you saying that they should sell Firmino and these other players?
I'm saying-
what value
Who's gonna buy them?
They're literally, bro. Who's gonna buy these players?
I would know the US likes to collect.
Yeah, you know.
There's always
MLS
somebody
was
ready to collect like.
Saudi
leftovers
Arabia
and
would
stuff,
love
so.
something too. I mean, they're getting Ronaldo. They had Abubakar. Now they
What a
want to bring
hat trick by
some
Ronaldo amongst nobody.
Wow, hater.
Hey, we don't
Alright.
talk about Ronaldo. We don't talk about Ronaldo. He's done his bit. He's done his contribution to the football world. Plus 700 goals. Like, he's done that.
He's up there.
Yeah, and Messi scored his 700 goals finally. You know,
Hey, chill.
catch up, bro.
If you're gonna say finally,
Catch up.
go look at the actual stats. Messi did it in less than 100 and something games.
Who cares though? We did it first. We did it first, and actually, Cristiano's prodigy Mbappe is coming. He's coming for Thorns. He's already scored like 200 goals for PSG.
Yeah, at the rate that boy is
He's-
going, he's
he's-
going to be shattering some records.
The only thing that can stop him is injury.
Yeah,
It's true.
but he's
He's a healthy boy.
Yeah.
He does his thing. I mean, what was it, 2 weekends ago? He came on even injured against
Scraped.
against Bayern, and he did okay. So I think he'll be a fit kid. I don't think he's gonna suffer like an Adriano or someone like that who an injury or something bad in their life changed the entire trajectory. I think he has.
It's
good
pretty
roots.
drastic to go from injury to cocaine, but we're not gonna talk about him though.
hey, be nice, be
A little
nice, be
scatter.
nice, be
Yeah.
nice. Also, I don't want to forget Vinny.
Oh,
I want to forget not talking about Vinny. We
special
talked
boy.
about Liverpool, Madrid. We have to talk about Vinny.
Yeah,
Brazilian boy.
what's
Yeah,
going on with
Yeah.
that?
I mean, hey, he's good.
Yeah.
I've liked Vinny. Like, I didn't really have a problem with him. Like, I don't know.
I didn't like Vinny. We used to have arguments
We used to have
about Vinny. Like,
Okay, one thing that's
He's
changed
a-
from that time, I think the decision making
Decision
though,
making
like
is so much better.
he chooses something, he follows through,
sticks with it.
and results come.
Exactly.
Because that was a good.
cleaned up his finishing, cleaned up that decision making process, and now all the skills that he had before that I was like, oh, he's just fast, he can just dribble, he can't do anything. Now he's just making me feel like an idiot because he's done everything properly. I would say he has world class moments. Like, we could argue that Vinny's a top class player. Like, he's one of the after the best we can imagine is right there knocking on the door. Can you put me in?
top 5 right now.
Okay.
Not top five.
Oh,
Wait a
just
minute,
below.
no,
Just
yeah.
below the top five,
That's
the
what
top
I agree.
10s. You know,
I
he's
agree.
there knocking. He's not
Wait a
there
minute
yet.
now.
He's not there yet. Back up.
No, it's not even that. I'm a Madrid fan, but I also agree. Vinny, for me, he's not there yet. Like, even Cruz said it. He's not even reached his full potential,
Yeah.
which I agree with. But also, actually, Vinny should take that as a challenge. Like, I can
do
reach.
more.
Like, I can do more. But while he's doing that, though, he's still destroying Liverpool. He scored like the most goals.
Yeah,
against
no, that's not
Liverpool.
negating anything he's done. And plus, it's not just speed. Like, speed is a very important attribute nowadays. I will argue. A lot of these goals come through
You
that.
need the pace.
And strikers like Van Gogh, I don't know, man. I don't know. What do you have to
What do
say
you
about
mean?
your man?
Hey,
I think his decision making is shaky. I think his ball movement is shaky. I think his control is questionable.
Vergust is
Yeah.
you ever heard false 9? Vergust is a false 6. He's there for defensive effort.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's
In
not
the
there
front.
from the front.
Sure.
We play high intensity pressing, and when we don't press, even something I noticed in today's game, and when we get to this, we can dive into it more, is the 4, not everyone was running at all times. So sometimes Rashford, we're defending and pressing and working hard, and Rashford is walking. But you notice like either Vergos or Anthony and Fernandes, one other person is doing all the sprinting, while the other 3 are kind of just getting back into position, however quickly they can. And Vergos typically is the one doing the sprinting. So
Yeah, he's a workhorse.
He's a workhorse,
I guess, but yeah,
and you
man, I
need
saw
it
some
right now.
people saying he's a waste, and I'm starting to agree.
Hey, he's a makeshift striker.
Striker, exactly.
Striker, you
Do
know.
you
He's
need
a
him at
striker.
United right now, though? Do you need him at United right now?
Exactly. We need somebody there that can play how he plays, but we need goals with it. But in a team where you got Rashford on fire now, and you know you can get your goals somewhere else, can you have someone who do Rashford's job when he's tired?
That's true.
Defensively, and even build up play. Look at the first 5 minutes of today's game. There's a play that came out of Luke Shaw to Vergas to someone else, and then Rashford is in behind on Trippier, and then he tried to square, and then it got messed up. But the moments like that, that's because of his work ethic.
But anybody on the pitch has to put in the work. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You can't point at one more. Like every guy in the 11 will do something good.
But it's like, okay, so can we agree on the professional level? Everyone is technical. Everyone can pass,
100%.
dribble, everything. However, when we talk about Messi to Ben Mee, who plays for centre back at Brentford, when we talk about dribbling, do you even think about Ben Mee?
No.
But if Ben Mee came and played with us right now, wouldn't he be saucing every single person up?
But he's supposed to. If you play
Exactly
soccer
the
that
point.
much and he puts
Exactly
food on
the
your mouth,
point.
he's supposed
For
to.
each player, what distinguishes you at that level is your strength. How strong are your strengths? Right? Some players, their strength is literally their workhorses. Ji-Sung Park, as good as he was overall, his biggest thing, what we used to call him as United fans, was 3 long park. Because he was all over the field. The game against Milan, when Fergie said Mark Pirlo, and literally people were like, I think I watched them walking into the dressing room with Pirlo at the end of the game. Like his work ethic, that was his strength. Versus a Neymar who dribbling is his strength, right? So you need players like that in your team. Freds, the McTominays, the even to some degree the Van der Beeks, depending on how high the league you're playing in is. You need someone who's just gonna work and do the job.
Okay,
Better than
he's a
someone
workhorse,
else.
nothing special.
Nothing special about the kid, I don't think.
Hey man, do you want to have your little glow chance at
Yeah,
this
yeah,
one?
yeah.
How about United?
we already did it. Okay, for those watching, this is the United period. Hey, if you're a United fan, spam every comment or wherever this is with glory, Man United, GGMU, let's go. That's right, 6 years, they thought we were done. They thought we were out. We back, you ain't ready.
Hey, come on. It's Newcastle without Nick Pope. It's Newcastle at the end of the day.
That's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair. And obviously, I'm excited, but I'm obviously not getting ahead of myself.
Yeah.
Right? We are just seeing more than we expected. The goal at the start of the season, if someone had told me top 4 and you maybe win a trophy, you make it to a final,
Yeah.
I'd have gone, oh, yeah, give me that. Let's have some. Yeah. So the fact that this far this season, we can already say most people can agree that United have solidified their place in the top 4. Now we're talking about, can we chase City and Arsenal?
Yeah,
right?
challenge.
And then now we've won a trophy. We're through in Europa League, and we got Betis, which in our form, I think we beat Betis.
Yeah,
so there's this like hype of, we've already achieved the goals. How far can we push it this season? Before the new owners come, before the money comes, how far can we push it?
You know what I
this
think
season?
would make United more lethal?
What?
If you teach Bruno Fernandes how to finish.
Come on. Come
The
on.
man has a lot of tools in his locker, but the boy's finishing and decisions
For real?
in front of goal
Are
and
you,
close.
are you saying that chance where you should have passed to
No.
Sancho?
I've been watching the guy since the World Cup. There's
Okay.
a lot of, not even since the World Cup, even before that, there's a lot of in the box moments
That he should
His
be
decision.
strong.
that he should be finishing as a professional player, just in general. And man is getting saved. He's hitting posts. Remember, Ronaldo was in the team. There's a chance that like floats around where he passed to him
Pass
to
to
open net,
Bruno,
hit a post.
Hey man, he's not a
Shaky.
striker. He's not a striker.
But a finesse midfielder though,
But the thing,
Trivela guy, right? And you can't finish.
He's a finesse midfielder. But Bruno's also, people don't give him enough credit for this. And I think, and people might say I'm giving excuses for players like this, but he's also a workhorse.
He's a workhorse.
Bruno
He
runs,
is.
runs
An
his
annoying
ass
one
into the
too.
ground, an annoying one, a rat. He's going to complain, he's going to do all this. By the time he gets into, look at most of his chances, right? The one against Barca, the 1v1, where he had sprinted his way through. Against Leeds, same thing.
With a great
in
ball
this
from
game,
Casemiro.
same thing exactly. But most of them, they're in transition, which means he's probably been sprinting, pressing to win the ball back. We finally won the ball back, and then we played quickly because our counter-attacking is our best strength as United.
Yeah.
And we played quickly, and he got into that position. By the time he's there, bro, I'm telling you, there's something with fatigue. Even when you don't realize you're tired, you just strike the ball a little lazily,
That's
a
true.
little less intense. And obviously, he's professional, so this excuse might not even stand true. He might just be bad at finishing those scenarios.
Decision making in
Because you
front of
should
the
be
goal,
able to
yeah.
do it. Yeah. But I don't want to make excuses for him, but I see that. I think he needs to tweak a little bit in his finishing, become clinical.
This guy could easily have like, not to be the top goal scorer or anything crazy, but he would have like a substantial amount if he could just finish when he has the chance.
Remember the season before he came to United from Sporting Lisbon? He had like the biggest like goal contributions 2 seasons in a row. That season, his first season in United and this last season in Sporting, because he was finishing those chances.
Yes.
And he was scoring goals. And I think that confidence and momentum helped him a bit. Because when you're scoring goals, you almost feel like you cannot not score a goal.
I mean, even the first season he came for United,
and
he was
our
top
biggest,
scorer, like one of the top scorers.
That's what I'm saying. So that's why I'm pointing it out, because I've seen
has
him
it
do
in
better,
him.
but I'm like,
He has it in him. I think he's
the
just
past 2 years.
this past years have been struggling.
Players go through like periods. So it's just that for me. And the other thing I want to talk about today is Anthony. Today's game. It was not his brightest game.
Let us go.
It was not his brightest game.
I'm ready for the smoke. Go for it.
No, just like his decision making. He dribbled at one point. He was dribbling past. Was it Bodman or something?
Burn. And kept bringing him back. Sent him for hot dog. Come back.
Bro, we're not playing. We're not playing pickup football. This is real life. I was surprised Tana took him out like in the 80th minute or plus. I'm like, bro, get this man out of here. Like if he doesn't want to play.
I'm very hyped for United stuff today, so I'm about to drop a little lecture.
Go ahead.
I saw this a lot too with whenever you do watch alongs or you like watch the United Stand or channels like that.
Yeah.
A lot of comments. Anthony's shite. Why is this guy playing? How is he still on the field? Oh, he's doing this. And even commentators, that burn thing where Joelinton ended up with the yellow card. You need something people don't realize. Think about the off the ball stuff that Anthony does for United is so important to United. He provides balance in a team where we have inverted wingers who are coming in, actually inside forwards, wide. We need the guy on the left to be able to use his right foot effectively because he's going to be going inside. The guy on the right to be able to use his left foot.
Yeah.
We don't got any guy that can use his left foot.
I don't.
Right.
Yeah, that's why you have him there.
Number one.
We know that you need it.
Balance. But off the ball stuff. Watch Anthony. Anthony, just like Virgos, who's making tackles in his box, is putting his body on the line, doing all the work defensively that Sancho doesn't do, that Rashford doesn't do.
Can you be smarter but you're dribbling?
But that part, now that's the last part of it all. Look at the times when he decides to do things like that. What was it? We're up 2-0. It was towards the end of the half. He's pissing. He's almost like taking a piss at them. Get them going, you know.
If that's why he's doing it, then sure. But still, you're gonna get kicked, bro. Like
and he knows it. You seen him when Joelinton kicked him. He's laughing on the ground. Like he knows it's gonna happen. That's why I don't get why people.
The dribbles are also kind of questionable.
Some of them are like, bro, you didn't make it up. And that's why I'm not saying, give him like his roses or something. I'm saying we're being a little too hard. Because there's moments where he's doing those things to piss off. Like when he came on against Barca and he went to go do the whole Neymar track in the air. It's to piss the shit off all of the left back coming at him to make sure they're in there. Put him in his head.
I guess. I mean, and he did score the finishing, the winner for you guys in that game. So, okay, well,
he's a good player.
He's a good player, but there's still more. There's still more that he can do.
Oh yeah.
These are consequences of buying a Brazilian. To be fair,
that is true.
Think about it. There's a consequence of buying a Brazilian. You either going to take the package or not take the package and have some guy that's going to just run straight forward and try to.
There needs to be some form of flair with every Brazilian.
There's flair.
Some dude better than I, like Neymar. Oh my gosh.
I knew this was going Neymar.
Yeah, but anyway.
I had a question about Neymar, but now let's not do Neymar.
We're not talking about Neymar.
Fellas, we didn't even talk about the Premier League today. What are we doing? Do you have anything stand out?
I'm surprised Arsenal. I was hoping Arsenal doesn't win, but then. Sure,
of course,
get the 1-0 and keep going. I'm waiting for their slip up so bad. I'll be here for it.
Yeah, I didn't watch the game this weekend, but I saw the highlights. Gabriel Martinez scored, and Martinelli. He scores and then hurt himself. I'm like, poor guy. But they won, and what's the other result this weekend? Chelsea 0, Tottenham 2.
We did expect that. Like they're gonna be beating
Chelsea is in some form of. Listen, I will say though, I was watching his pre-match press conference before this game on Friday, and he seems to be in like good mood.
Who?
Potter.
Potter.
Yeah, he came into the press conference and his first thing was, "Oh, sorry, I'm late. We were having a crisis meeting in the back," and then started laughing. And so it's like he's taking jabs at the media almost, but like taking jabs at himself. But he seems to be good.
It cannot be.
Now maybe he's maybe I don't know. It could be something at the back where they're like, "You're not gonna lose your job over this."
Yeah,
So just try to
They've
fix
already
it or
talked to
something.
him.
I saw this headline where he was saying like, he was taking a jab at Tuchel. He's like, all the players said they didn't have the best like
Preseason and all
I'm
that.
like, come on, bruh, own up to your mess. You've had how long now?
It isn't his mess though.
It's
He
done all
inherited
his players.
the
He's gonna get time. I think they're
He's
gonna
gonna-
let him.
yeah.
If he's finishing the season, then he's gonna get another one. But at some point,
That's the
he's
thing.
gonna have to make a change.
I think they're gonna give him this season, like kind of what you said, but any points if this drags on into next season, like even as early as September, October next season, they might then just be like, all right, bro, let's go for
they did it
something.
to Tuchel, man. Like
Because there's options. There's Zidane, there's Pochettino, there's people who are out there who
Zidane
are
is not
without
going to take
jobs.
Chelsea.
You think so?
I
He's
doubt
smart.
it. I doubt it.
He's smart. I think he like knows what jobs to take.
That's
Based
true.
on what
He's
I've
been-
observed.
He's been picking his times to
There's
go
people
back
who
into
talking
it.
about he might be waiting for the France
French
job,
job.
or maybe PSG might tempt him or something.
But this guy, what's his name? I forget the name of the current manager at PSG.
Gatia.
I feel like he's good.
Gatia.
I don't know how to say it.
They're kind of shaky, man. I mean, the league is not all that, so that's why they stay afloat. But
That's fair.
it shows in the
In the
Champions League when
yeah.
they like faced, which they never have the luck of having like nice teams road to. It's always like Bayern, Madrid, Barcelona.
That's true. That's true.
They never get a break, so whatever.
You think it's rigged against them?
I'm not the guy to like make conspiracy theories like that, but I mean, you know, after like 4 years in a row of getting that, and then Madrid having, at best it's like usually Liverpool, like that's their one.
Us, Madrid.
I don't think,
Bro, we always
You have the hardest
Other than
route.
last
We
year,
always
no,
get the
no,
hardest
No,
route.
that's not true.
Other than last year was the first time I ever saw a
No,
Madrid
it's
team
not
have
true. We
hardest
always
route.
be getting hard routes. We always have to play Bayern. We always have to play Liverpool.
I think they get one team like towards the semi-final.
Towards the end,
yeah.
semi-final, you always get a good team, obviously, because it's the
Bro,
semi-final.
no.
Round of
We
16.
always get PSG too. Remember we played PSG with Neymar. We played them those I think 2 seasons. We do have a hard time because we always go so far in Champions League. So I cannot take that.
Yeah, we'll see. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see.
I
we'll
can't
see.
take that.
How it
Could be right
goes.
or wrong.
City, I had a question with City. Do you guys think, and I know this is like the question everyone is asking, and it's just trend, but I was watching Henry talk about this for a second, and I want to know what you guys think. Do you think Haaland needs to take some form of responsibility for the lack of service that he is getting?
In terms of his movement or
In
something?
terms of his movement.
No. I'm not going to say that. I'm gonna say there's a coach that brings in a player and wants a certain, you know, like a quota, like, okay, score this many goals. And then they design the team around the player to help them as much as they can to score. Then there's a coach that just brings in the player because they can, and then still has their own plan of how to win games. And I feel like in this case, Man City is not doing enough to make Haaland their guy. He's just one of the players.
Okay.
I don't think they're trying to tailor a team around him.
This is why I asked the question, right? So if we think about like the invincible Arsenal team, I don't know if you guys remember a lot about them, but they're kind of very similar in a sense, like equivalent rather, I shouldn't say similar,
Okay.
Yeah.
in eras wise to City right now. And Henry was saying something this weekend after the game on CBS, and he was saying Wenger had to tell him at some point because he was getting mad at Freddie Ljungberg for not playing him a ball with the usual run he liked to make from Bergkamp. And Wenger had to tell him at some point, do you think Ljungberg would give you the same ball as perfectly as Bergkamp would give you for that run? And he was like, yeah, no, of course not. Bergkamp has like a golden foot or something. And he goes, well, then how does Ljungberg play? And then play to that. So then he had to start, so Henry was like, I had to change my mind and then start looking at each of my teammates. Perez likes 1-2. I have to go short to him every time he gets the ball. And he's like, he makes the same runs he makes for De Bruyne for literally everybody. I was watching it even in that game when there's a play they had where Alvarez plays him in, and I was like, oh, that's a good run. And then I was like, I've seen that run 10 times today already. Even though he hasn't got to the ball every single time, I've seen it 10 times today already. What happens when you have a team that's not used to playing with you? You have to do some form of efforts to try and meet them in the middle, right?
For me, it's tricky that we're saying this now when this man has plus 25 goals.
That's what I was thinking.
That's true.
The guy's a drought.
Yeah.
We're
like
hating on him
every
for not
time,
scoring
yeah.
a hat trick, basically.
Yeah.
But he's not going through a drought.
That's true.
Plus, Man City change systems all the time, man. Like,
Yeah.
you know, you have to, once you memorize this, next week you have like a
You have a
sheet
new
to make, you know.
But it's Ace's job, right? I mean, you do that
He's
for work.
doing his job.
Yeah.
He's scoring.
That's
goals,
true.
Yeah.
I mean,
But
this year I would say, this year he's scoring like his conversion this year starting 2023 like the second
It slowed down.
slowed down.
Slowed down
But
a
then
lot.
that just means like the teams have kind of prepared better for him. You know, so.
But then wouldn't that make it easier for, like, remember we were talking about Rashford before the Barca game? Oh, Fleck, if I watch Rashford's tapes, I can walk him down. If I know he's making the exact same run in every single system they play, isn't it easier to lock Haaland down? And then we're seeing it happen. He's scoring less and less goals, conversion rates stopping. Why is that so?
is the supply not stopping though too? Because I would argue that even the chances that he was getting, it was more chances the other
Before.
year than now.
Yeah,
like
but-
the guys are not supplying him as much. Sometimes playing flanks, wanting guys to like come in more so.
That's fair.
He's just not the guy that they're building a team around. He's just a striker there to finish.
Wouldn't there be some form of responsibility to then adapt yourself to the team?
I mean, it's gonna take time.
Give him time,
It's not even been a season for
Yeah.
both him and Nunes. And
That's true.
Like, let's give him next year.
But Nunes is getting chances though.
Why is
It's hard for me to let the guy go because
That's
he's getting.
fair.
They're
No.
supplying Nunes.
Nah.
I think that's
They're
fair.
supplying Nunes, dude. He's
Nunes
working and
should be
he
scoring.
moves really well, but they are supplying the guy. And the problem has been putting the ball on the net,
Back at the
which is
net.
not Haaland's
He's
problem.
not playing in the best team. Look, even this weekend they tied. They tied Palace. You can.
I guess, yeah.
Can we just take a second to admire the fact that while we're winning, some of us are winning trophies. Other teams are tying Palace and losing 5-2 in the
Carabao
stadium.
Cup.
Oh, now you're
I'm
talking
just
all
saying,
this.
I'm just saying.
Because you guys, you know what you went through this past couple
Yeah,
years.
bro, I don't even.
It's been dark times.
It's been dark times. You got to celebrate the good times.
Nah, talk your smack right now. Remember that Barca fan that was talking
I was
about
talking,
on TikTok?
Hey, hashtag, what was his name again? Something like Matt for what or something.
Yeah.
Hey, you came to the stadium after talking all this shit. What happened?
You
We
tell
told
me
you the game. You said we're biased. Hey, Real Madrid's Man City. Why would they want United to beat you?
be
We're not
fair,
biased,
I mean-
bro. It's fact. It's just where the two teams are, the two different levels at the moment.
Yeah.
And it's not that it's that far, but at this level, one tiny mistake,
That's how you
one
got-
tiny thing, a team with momentum is gonna kill you.
And then Barca lost it actually this weekend again. I guess
Yeah,
some Almeria or something.
They lost Almeria
Yeah.
1-0,
Yeah.
and could have been more than one.
They gotta be careful.
So-
They gotta be careful because Madrid. Actually, we tied Atletico Madrid this weekend, but Barca has to be careful too.
Yeah,
I think let's get Xavi out of there and then start talking about who's in the pitch.
Get Xavi
Out
out
of
of
the
Barca,
manager. Out of the manager.
bro.
I said,
that is crazy.
I say let's take Xavi out of there and then we'll start talking about who's in the pitch.
That is madness.
Wait, let me make sure I
What
get
I'm
this
saying-
clear. Are you saying Xavi's a bad
Yeah, bro.
manager?
No, he's
You
not
should
a-
take him out.
No, I think like as being the main guy, the main manager, I think he should take a step back, be like either like a tactical advisor or something. I don't
You want him not to be the main guy?
know. Yeah.
Interesting.
That is
Why do you
madness.
guys want him to be like the main guy at the rate that it's going to?
Okay.
Because he's had some time now. It's not the most time in
Yeah,
the
it's
world.
been a
but
couple seasons.
Okay,
He's-
wait. Barca to begin with, the first in
La
La
Liga.
Liga.
Sure.
And they're playing good football like in La Liga. They 1-2s, Pedri and Gavi. They're playing good football in the midfield.
They haven't won the league.
They haven't
Let's
won the
be
league,
clear.
but
They're
the-
number
the-
one though, which is
No,
good.
no, they're going somewhere. I can't say Xavi is the problem. Like it's just United was too fit for them and too fast,
Right.
especially like the first leg. And then
How about Almeria?
and no wait.
Yeah, no, we're going
With
there.
Xavi, I think he has good influence in the team. It's like Arteta in Arsenal. Xavi has that. He's played. It's been the players are playing for
They
him.
look up
Very
to
nice.
him almost there.
So I can give I can say Xavi.
So
should
what's
be
the
there.
problem? Because you haven't said that.
Well,
I'm not saying necessarily he's the root, like he's a bad coach, but I'm just saying maybe it's time for
Lewandowski's
change.
not this finishing. Lewandowski's goals have dried up a little bit, so that doesn't help too.
Okay.
So something to note is Xavi is doing basically what Arteta has done with Arsenal, but it's taken a little longer than we've all expected.
Sure.
Notice what they did well this season up until United's game. I think they'd only conceded 7 goals in the league, and then now this is 8 after this Almeria game. That's why they're first in the league, not because they're scoring loads and loads of goals like before when they were scoring 6-0, 7-0.
Sure.
I think he's still building the foundation of the team. He had a very young group in defense when he came in.
Yeah.
Even now he still does. Kunde is 26. Araujo is 22.
26 is young?
No, but a center back is in their prime. Your center backs in your team, in the big teams, should be around 28, 29, 30. They're mature enough to make mature decisions, and that is just rash. Look at someone like Araujo. Very, very good. I think one of the best youngest center backs in the world. But Araujo's got a red card in him.
Yeah,
There was a
it's
time
too rash.
Varane used to be like that at Real Madrid. Remember when you all lost to Juve because he got a red card in the box and Tevez scored.
And he did something bad against City.
Against
one time.
City, he had another one. A young center back's always got that little rush of blood. Ndika for I think Leverkusen, he's like that too.
Yeah.
That's why I don't like him. He goes off his blood too quickly. I think he's still developing that. He's gotten the defense to be disciplined now. Now it's time to start picking and choosing the attack, because the attack, let's be honest, a lot of people are injured. Dembele is injured. Gavi was out. Pedri is injured.
But
He needs some.
I see where he's
flavor.
coming from with Xavi. His experience is at one team in Saudi Arabia, and now Barca. That's
All
such
the
a
credit that
big-
he has, the
but
guy
that's-
is his technical brilliance from a player standpoint. If we're talking about ours as a coach and at that level,
But then we can't. Then Pep should never have become manager of Barca.
Barca.
Pep's experience was not Castilla. What does Barca call their team? Their Castilla version. Barca B
Barca
or
B
something.
or something.
Yeah, he
Who
worked
cares?
with them. Who cares about Barca B, right? That's where he got his experience from. And Johan Cruyff, after having a conversation, this is the guy that should be next, right? Someone gave
we're
him a
comparing
chance.
Pep and Xavi right now.
I think Xavi's got a little bit of pep in him.
That thing actually it works, so other doesn't work. We've seen Lampard, we've seen Stevie G.
That's true.
We've
You
seen
know,
Rooney.
We've seen Ole's good at
Solskjaer.
I love you, Solskjaer.
That thing either works or it doesn't. And I feel bad for Stevie G and Lampard actually.
So we've seen Scholes for how many days at Old Bro.
I'm not even. Yeah, we'll see. I'll give him time. We'll talk about Barca again, towards the end of the season.
Yeah.
See
See
if
where
you
you're
guys are
going,
still
yeah.
with that energy. But I mean, so far so good. I guess they're number one, so that's
All
enough
right.
for now.
Do you have any previews on that we should be looking at?
I guess Arsenal.
Arsenal,
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
They have a match
coming up this week,
Yeah.
Arsenal Everton.
Everton
Should
could
be-
cause problems, but I feel like Arsenal is probably going to win that game.
But remember, Sean Daichi
Yeah.
is at the wheel.
That's true. Hey, that
4-4-2.
playing for that manager would be interesting actually.
You think you would thrive in that situation?
I don't know if I would thrive, but he'd get you working. Bro.
Yeah.
He would get you putting a shift.
It'll make you solid at least.
I mean, it gives me a reason.
If nothing else,
You know what I mean?
If nothing else, you're gonna end up being a solid player. I mean, look
Fair
at
enough.
likes of Trippier, me, Tarkowski,
Yeah.
players like that, who we look at them in the Premier and we're like, that's a solid player. We don't really say, oh, that's the best right back or best center back. We go, this is solid. He's a
So
good
it's
player.
he
He's
makes
decent."
them work kind of thing.
Yeah, it makes you.
Pulls it
It gets the job done.
What about
Whoa.
Liverpool Wolves?
Oh, relegation battle.
Yeah, Liverpool.
I think
right
Wolves
now-
are actually going to whoop them.
Didn't they just whoop them couple
Wolves turn
weeks
up,
ago?
dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, they show up. Wolves sometimes. I'm like, okay.
And Liverpool's vulnerable right now.
Liverpool's
They're vulnerable,
vulnerable.
Mentally too.
Yeah.
That game against Madrid must have done them.
Yeah.
And then right after that, they're gonna be a snack for United. Right
Ooh,
after.
they're playing United next weekend.
Okay.
Back to back to back to back.
Liverpool have done this though this season. Yeah, they've come alive for big games. They've come alive for a lot of big games, except this Real Madrid. I mean, they came alive for the first 20 minutes of Real Madrid. They've come alive for big games, and when it feeds, the longer it goes, the more alive they seem in those big games. So,
but then United is a moving train, man. So
right now,
it just seems like somebody scores, and then we're waiting for a Rashford goal, and then at the end of it all.
I promise you, when they say derbies are not a joke, they're not typical games. When it comes, especially in England, Scotland, when it comes to certain derbies.
Scotland.
Bro, one of the fiercest rivalries is Celtics Rangers in history.
Yeah, sure.
Right? When it comes to those games, it's a different case. It's like El Clasico, man. Someone is like, you're not coming in, I'm playing against it, let's work for 3 points. You're coming, I'm going to kill the shit out of somebody.
You come different. Even language. This coming El Clasico.
Yeah. Okay. I actually, since you're a Madrid fan, do you think El Clasico is the same anymore?
It's not, bro.
Okay. I was about to say, I don't know, man. I was about to say, derbies are great, but I don't know. I feel like it's depreciated the value of El Clasico now.
Hey, El Clasico held its own. It held its own. It was
for the longest time.
Yeah, it was the pride and joy of football, especially Ronaldo, Messi days. And you lose those two players, and we still upheld a little bit of excitement around El Clasico. But it's tough when you lose that head-to-head battle. Like the Benz versus Lewandowski head-to-head is still doesn't have much substance.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I wish it was maybe
Haaland Mbappe.
Yeah, man. I don't think we can afford it. We're so dry and fun. Literally.
Even I don't know. Can you even afford Haaland right now?
No.
The boys' money is up.
They bought him for what, 60, right? 60 something?
From Dortmund.
I
don't remember, but there was some technicalities.
I was about to say,
yeah. But this, I'm always worried. I'm playing against Barca. There's this quote that goes around that everyone in Europe fears Real Madrid and Real Madrid fears Barca.
Yeah.
Because Barca, literally, they can get in our heads. On a given day, they can get in our players.
They can.
But I feel good. Tchouaméni is back. Camavinga is starting to, even today's against Atletico Madrid, he's starting to do little bits and beats. And he's learning. He's getting taught by the best in the game, some of the best in the game, Kroos and Modric.
I got a question for you.
Yeah.
So you seen what they said after the game? That they're working on extending their stay.
Yeah.
Do you think that's the right move for y'all and for them? As players and for the team?
I think for Modric, you've seen him against Liverpool. He still has a gear in him. Not 3-4 gears. He still
got a gear to go up.
He's never been he's never been the sprinter though. I'm gonna leave everybody. So I think that's why it looked good.
Yeah.
Because definitely speed at that point would have decreased. We watched Ronaldo, dog.
Yeah, I'd give Modric. I'll give Modric another season. But I don't know about Kroos. I'd probably give Kroos
Kroos has been there.
outside the team, but let him give his tactical.
Yeah, maybe
So you want Kroos to retire and then become an assistant coach for you?
Not even that. I want Kroos maybe to be
Maguire style.
Maybe give him 5. Yeah, give that 5 minutes in the game or something. I don't know, man. Because I still love Kroos, but
it's a beautiful
manager
is
not even
because they could have sold him.
They could have sold him.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
It's hard for it. Which is true.
Y'all are ruthless.
We're ruthless, but I'm so
Casemiro's out of there already.
I'm surprised with Modric and Kroos. One second. We're ruthless with players, right? Mm-hmm. But then we're not ruthless with some players out of nowhere. Because Benz, those times where everyone thought Benz was leaving. Yeah. But then actually maybe because Benz has a bit of humility. Because I don't understand how Benz didn't leave and then Ronaldo left. But Ronaldo was is so big in his head. So.
Yeah, he wanted to leave though. I don't think Madrid would have let him go.
Ronaldo?
Yeah.
I think there was a little bit of controversy. I forget exactly.
He's also probably a hard person to manage though in the locker room. I can see Ben's be we're dry on our fans. He's okay, figure it out and then come back when you're good. Yeah, something like that.
Fellas, alright. We've done. I think we went around a little bit. Do you want to play that game?
The ref. Explain the game first.
Okay. You guys can try this too at home on your own. This is a game we used to play as kids. It's called Football ABCs. So basically, if he starts, he says the player's name in A, and then we keep going all the way through the alphabet. If you mess up, you're dead. You got 10 seconds.
10
Yo,
seconds.
10. I was thinking 5 seconds.
5
I was gonna
seconds.
have
Okay,
time.
5,
7 seconds.
Give some grace. Yeah, 7 seconds.
7
Okay,
seconds.
7
I'll
seconds.
just preface this. This man is stupidly.
Football versus also knowledge.
Yeah, he knows like freaking players nobody like knows about. Like
What you mean?
some players in like third division, National City.
That's true. That's true. You have to be like an identifiable professional player. We can't talk about like some guy in Scotland that is like a prospect for second league in Scotland still.
Hey, okay. If I name first division players in every country,
Yes,
is that good? Real?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
Even if you
In
don't
top
know.
five, top
Yeah,
five.
we don't have
Top
to
5
know.
countries. Okay.
Yeah.
So top 5 countries first.
I'll hide the time so that there's no pressure because you guys crumble under
Hey,
pressure.
hey man, pressure.
Who starts? Who's starting?
Bills Diamonds.
You starting or you want me to start?
One second. Who's gonna start?
Should have a coin toss like the refs.
I'll start. Okay.
All right, 3, 2, 1, A.
Anelka.
Brandon Williams.
So C. Christian Benteke.
Gigi Drogba.
Ericsson.
Fernando Torres.
What's next?
G.
G. Gabriel Jesus.
H. Hernandez Javier.
What's next?
I.
Please keep
I,
telling me.
yeah.
Ilicic.
J. Jesus Navas.
K.
Kremerich.
Oh, not bad. L. Libakovic, the guy from Croatia.
M.
M. Yep.
Mandzukic.
Jam.
Nesta. O.
O. Oh, it's tricky. Ozil.
Hey.
P. Paul Scholes.
Q is trickier.
Q is tricky. Good luck.
How's that guy from Portugal?
Time. Qatar. I'm kidding. I know.
Quaresma.
Yeah.
Keep going.
All right, let's go.
Keep going.
Keep going. Give him another line.
R.
So R for me. Rooney.
S.
S. Scott McTominay.
Oh my gosh. Scholes.
Alright, Scott McTominay. What we T now?
ST, yep.
T. Trent Alexander-Arnold.
I feel like that was time. You.
Nah, it was 5 seconds actually.
Ulich. There's a player. Ulich. The player, the
How do you
German
s-
keeper.
Oh.
German second. He was in Bayern.
I know
Second.
who you're trying to say. Ulrich. Bayern's
V.
keeper.
I'm actually
Ulrich.
interested in
V.
V.
Van der Vaart.
Oh yeah, Van
Persie.
Dijk, whatever.
Van
Yeah.
Dijk.
W,
Just
yep.
any Dutch player.
Wesley Sneijder.
I was about to say.
What's after W?
X. I don't know why I chose X. Yeah.
Xavi Hernandez.
Why?
Why?
Yeah.
Yannick Carrasco.
Z. Yeah, that was good. That's a good
Z.
one.
The one and only Gianfranco Zola.
That's not the one and only. Zlatan is the one.
Zlatan!
How do you
How did I
Zlatan
know
is
this?
limited? There can only be one Zlatan.
So what's the winner?
I mean, this. I will say it's a tie.
Oh, don't be
It's a clear tie.
I'm done. I'm out of here. They did this last week, and I proved after the show that Maicon played for Man
yeah,
City.
Maicon did
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
true.
this-
I don't know why I forgot about him. He was pretty washed. That's why I think it's a tie.
It was watched
He
by
was
the time he was
watched,
playing
yeah.
Man City. But these lot, they're like the refs against Barca.
Hey, come
They're
on.
cheating against me all day long. Nah.
We went through the whole alphabet. I don't know how you were done in it. Do you think you would have stood your ground?
Yeah.
Me?
Yeah.
No, I would have fumbled around Q.
Q.
I had nothing
Q gets-
I had nothing for Q. I was thinking Qatar, and I'm like, it's a country. There's no way.
It's not a player.
The thing is, if we were doing, have you ever played the one where everyone has to name something for each alphabet? If we did that, after someone says